At 17 years old, I was one of those interns working out of his office, riding around in the Luke vans, getting people registered to vote.
So I look as Luke as the father of Miami. But Luke, I just want to say I love you and I appreciate you and I'm grateful for you. I'm happy for you. Be proud. Luke Campbell Way, Liberty City, Dade County, 305. Make some noise for Uncle Luke.
Everybody that's out here, they're out here because we all got something in common. And what we have in common is we help. We help kids like this. Gil Green helps and inspire. DJ Epps helps and inspire. Devontae Friedman helps and inspire. DJ Khaled helps tremendously inspire. My good friend Stan the Man over there helped. E-Class, who was here, helps and inspire. These guys do a lot of things that you all don't even know. I mean, teach, owns a restaurant, helps and inspire. I mean, that is what it's all about.
Come over here and have a nice little conversation with Bill. It's a beautiful thing. You know, one thing about me in this campaign, I like talking to people. You know, I've been doing it for almost a year and a half. Folks in the district, getting to know people, getting to know some of the concerns that everybody has. You know, like I was telling Miss Kimmy here in her podcast that she got to be. By the way, let alone ask questions. You know, I'm a kid. You know, that grew up in South Florida all my life. You know, born and raised in Miami. My mom, Canadian, dad, Jamaican. You know, so the part about that, I was able to have rice and peas one day and peas and rice the next day. That was the best part of that. I mean, you know, I get soft this one Sunday and then it was ball fish and grits the next Sunday. So we were able to, you know, we come from a working family. You know, I'm the fifth one out of 5 boys, no sisters. I always wish I had a sister, but you know, I mean, they were our sisters, and we treat them like that, treat them like queens and my daughters and all that. So, you know, we grew up again, 2-bedroom house, working family. You know, it's really about getting out, doing the work, doing what you need to do. To be productive, you never look for no handouts. They allow that. They did a great job with a lot of us in the house. You know, we had 1 or 2 more come out of here, another one, another who's who, and then it was me, the 5th one, the bad guy. In the family, I it had to be one bad one, and that was me. And I, you know, my story. I decided I want to go into the music business. I started off actually, I thought I was going to be some kind of big-time executive chef, working at the hospital, you know, and ended up from pot washer to chef, and cook, and then chef. And then, you know, so I had that little, you know, time that I always wanted to do something different. I looked at it and said to myself, you know, I can't see myself, you know, cooking for the rest of my life. And so, you know, I got into DJ. I started DJing with 2 speakers, 15 speakers, 54 speakers, ghetto style DJs, and we went from there, bringing hip hop down, hip hop artists down, and DJing. At the Armory over here for Lauderdale, DJing Hollywood Skating Ring, creating Fat Jam, creating Team Disco. Yeah, then I started my company. I was able to my small business. I was able to be able to get some successful artists. You know, not get some but create some around. You know, whether it was tricks that getting them out of jail. You know, with that called me up and said, "My son came from prison. Can you help him?" I'm like, "Okay." So he ended up staying with me. You know, and that's when I learned that he goes, you know, so we see it right. He really is, that's what he does. You know, he must be doing some real good in prison, you know, and so he was mad and said, yeah, no difference from him. I mean, look at Pitbull. Pitbull was another kid that was on the streets. You know, he was saying everything you could only imagine. And then DJ Khaled, you know, when I hit the song where girls said, well, I'm gonna boost them people at and all that, spend the cash, that's what Khaled wanted. You know, when I discovered him and put him on my band, my show I've been doing just for the people. You know, I was able to, you know, find some successful guys. You know, these guys, low white, white, you know, hero around here, and real friends. And we're friends right now today. Low white is the one who helped me discover things. I went to go see Low White play in Houston. He was playing, and he's like, man, these young guys, man, look, you got to hear him, you got to hear him. It's playing, and Low White singing to the airport, and then he made me this fun. And so I ended up hearing these dudes and these kids, and immediately fell in love with them. I just loved their voice and loved creativity. And so, you know, that story became a great story. And we were introduced to successful things, some successful artists with the label. But, you know, one thing about, you know, my family, I really talk politics. And so my dad talked politics, and my uncle, Ricky Sturr, who that side of the family pretty much built a lot of these areas, whether it's Palm Beach here, with the Indians coming over here, South Florida. And so they taught me politics. I couldn't look at cartoons. I had to read books. I had to, you know, understand history. Because told me, say, hey, look, when you get my age, the invisible chains on your feet and your hands up, you ain't got it. You know, I can understand where they're coming from. As far as education is concerned, so they taught us black people there at home. And they want to understand. So fast forward me to here. Today, you know, again, I've been living in Broward County for 15 years. I look at everything. Broward County, this district has always been part of my history. You know, I went to fight for free speech. I started out in the federal report around the corner. You know, saying Judge Gonzalez being my record, my obscene. You know, we fought him. We got overturned by a jury of people from Broward County. Charles Friedman just went to his church down the street, Mount Olive, over the weekend. Me and him, I could see his grandkids. You know, and you know, I saw the story when Mr. Barker was in jail for selling my record. You know, and I wasn't saying that. First, you know, I was going to go support that brother no matter what. And he went, we supported him, and we ended up creating this bond for life. You know, not knowing that this is what it was going to be. You know, we were really fighting for something bigger than just what was happening at the moment. We were fighting for free speech, whether or not, you know, whether or not art students say that they want to stand in the record. And then I created the parental advisory student because I didn't want kids, I wanted to be responsible. I didn't want kids getting me that record. I said, well, if you can parental advisory sticking at the movies and you're getting about cigarettes, you're getting about 25. And we should have the same thing on the record and start creating that stick. Be responsible to eliminate any issue moving forward, which we did. And so, you know, again, you know, my rich history is, you know, I'm a giver. My mom has always been a giver. Dad was tough, because we love it, but mom always did. She did clothes, she cooked food, and fed people, house people, you know, so that giving came from the giving part of me came from that. That's why I've always been able to give back, you know, whether it was building, you know, I look at my park when I started my youth program 40 years ago, that had so many great kids come out of it. You know, our park, we started out the boxing gym that was torn down. You know, I ended up getting $16 million to rebuild that. Still actually build a senior center first, and then build a center for kids. And I was able to do that at Charles Haddon Park you know, where kids can go in there right now. Kids can go in there right now and do a fast work, gymnasium, something you never had before. It took a lot of time. It took some fights. We had to go through commission after commission, mayor after mayor, city manager after city manager, and the same thing we did over time. Pick the park, $26 million. And I secured that. You know, hey, look, I'm a high school coach. I'm coaching football, going around, and all the coaches follow me, whether it's Browns, whether they saying how they're struggling because school system allocate a certain amount of money for sports. You know, it's about $25,000 for all sports, and so when you see a lot of schools doing a lot of cookie sales, bake sales, car washes, and all that, buy uniforms so they can look just as good as the other team. You know, I look at that and say, well, that shouldn't be a situation. You know, and I have a deal. They sponsor me. And, you know, anywhere I go to be in Speak Dog, we're pretty much Adidas ambassadors. Put a president and say, hey, look here, man, how about let's do a deal to bring $50 million partnership school district so that all kids can be able to have uniforms. On top of it, the parents can then now buy their school, their sons' jerseys and all that. So we created all those different types of things, along with discovering the artists, you know, building infrastructure and parks and all that. And I always say, you know, it always comes back to, again, how do I get in these situations? You know, I was coaching at Miami Northern. I was saying to myself, okay, I live around the block, so not too far from my house. I get there, and they asked me, hey, look, can you come take over this program at Miami Edison? Like that, I haven't won a game in 2 years. You know, I got, you know, home is infested and fueled and messed up, and you know, everything I could, God sent me. I'm sitting up there like, all right, what we doing right now, man? Coaching in my Edison over 7 years. You know, I've been there in bad shape. I redo it. Miami Dolphins. Say, hey, look, we talked over. Miami Dolphins came in. So I'm trying to figure out this. Say, look, I need to move back to this. Kids shouldn't be playing football now. And again, we came and put $2.5 million into a football field. So we're at first turf field, ain't won no games. Shopping or somebody, no games. But we built the program up and we started winning. You know, I built it up. And so that's what I kind of do. You know, I show places I feel I would build things, fix things. When I look at this race, and I ask myself again, what the hell am I doing? My son's going to be a senior. It's the last one. He's going to go to college next year. He's a baseball player, and I can just go to press. My companies are doing well. People that work for me. Why am I doing this? And I look at this race is being more serious to me because you know, when you look at this district right here, Brock County, it's the last frontier of it all. To be honest with you, mine is gone. It's not the line they used to. You know, what you have right here, is the last frontier. And this race has been created more important than it has ever been when you had Debbie Hopkins race. Now you have a lot of uncertain black men who are sick and tired of the Democratic Party and looking at the party and saying, hey, this party is not for us. What has it done? You look at the community. You know, I have a lot of friends here in Broward. A lot of years riding down Sistrum. I know what Sistrum used to be back in the days. I'm 65 years old. I'm not a spring chicken, so I know what they used to look like. I know what overtime. I know what Parkland Reach used to look like. And I see the gentrification coming through. I see the high cost of living going up, but job pays ain't the job pay matching the high cost of living, okay? Tax going up, insurance going up. Why is our insurance going up? All of our insurance, why is it going up? When our houses have been here and withstand every hurricane you can imagine, but why is our insurance going up with a hurricane? How that should be, you know? And I look at these young people. I look at kids. Okay, every kid don't want to go to college. 5 boys my mom had. I was the only one that didn't go to college. They ended up doing very well, better than everybody else. The trade, which is good. And so my yeah, kids for trade. How do I appreciate the trade? How do I able to bring more money into the system to create higher paying jobs? Before had not been redeveloped or expanded, God knows how many years. I paying jobs. I expanded before. So then I look at the infrastructure bill that was passed by Joe Biden and $1 billion in infrastructure money to expand the port. So okay, $5 billion to expand the port. So create high-paying jobs. Now, all my planning of building is called Built by Us for Us. So that means I'm looking for the contractors that are from the district first. If they don't exist for the district, then they probably left. Everybody else go get opportunities somewhere else because when they came back here, then when it's I thought it's rule look like somebody else, they get somebody else opportunity. You know, and I know a large part of contract is bonding. You know, and so we look at contracting, we look at the federal government can't be the bond. You know, and so my plan calls for plan calls for we have a shortfall of affordable housing. You know, that's an issue. Again, built by us for us. Because as you know, some of these affordable housing was around here that was supposed to be built for the community wasn't built for the community. It was built for somebody else. And all of a sudden, you see somebody that don't look like you coming out of the building with groceries, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, why are you not putting people to be displaced in a situation where you came to the and you said we'll displace you. You will be able to move back in, but they can't move back in because now they need all these income tax returns, all this paperwork to get back into the building. So they really disenfranchise folks. That's why all my plan costs were built by us for. You know, I look at it, okay, how do I increase more jobs, increase more jobs. A small business in the district. It's got $150 million small business loan. Not loan, but small business, yes.
Some good information, but we want to.
Oh, you want to start? You want to hear about the budget? Okay.
Before we start the question, I wanted to introduce the president of the Boise Water Basin Civic Association, my uncle. Come up.
I am president. So they came to me and told me they wanted to do this so that he can share his ideas. That's how we. So please enjoy it and ask any questions.
Yeah, no question. All right. By the way, I take any questions. You know, whatever's on your mind.
Could you elaborate a little bit on podcast on bringing all senator, congressmen, state representatives, and your plan?
Yeah, so I look at it like this. We don't caucus well. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have state rep, senator, school board member, you'll have city commissioner, whatever it may be. I think as a Congress person, because everybody goes to ask for federal dollars and federal support. I think as a responsible Congress person, I would attempt to caucus and bring everybody together and say, look, we need to work on behalf of the community. Now, I know, I'm not blind to the fact that a lot of folks are put into positions they're paying big because they're getting special interest group money, which I don't take because it's just like anything. If I take money from contractors want to get a return on their investment. I don't take it. I don't take no money. If you look at my race and go to Sunset and you see I got the lowest amount of money because I don't buy a race. And so I can take my money and put it in, but if you do that, then you can get low. I take my money back. You know what I'm saying? So I truly believe that bringing everybody together for the benefit of the community on the right plan with the schools, you lose the schools, you close down 3 schools and you got 300 teachers off their job. You know, which should not be. You know, how do we as the federal government support schools? You know, and that's why I'm not paying another $150 million for trade. Back in the days when I went to school, you go do auto shop, you go do auto mechanics or something like that. I mean, Dillon has the best robotic program, one of the best robotics in the nation. And I heard about this on the campaign trail, right? They had to go get money from American Heritage to get the kids to an event. If I didn't know about that, myself, no. We ain't asked them. You know, I took my check and wrote that check myself. You know, that's just the type of person I am, and that we shouldn't have to go through. You know, we should look at schools, the school system, show that community. They gave away they gave $1 away for X amount of acres to build affordable workforce. Yeah. We don't have competition. You know what I'm saying? You don't give away to a developer. You know, number one, this needs to be built a lot more. You don't do that. They be just by the neighborhood. So a lot of things I think bring everybody together and able to work on a plan. You know, we can't fix everything. You know, we work from the state level, from the local level, you know, because at the end of the day, they ask the federal government for money. They send lobbyists to ask for money to support them. And I know me as Congressman, you know, I'll lean on them to be doing the right thing, which you know, knowing that, you know, you're knowing that some of y'all can put it on for another region, but that ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be about the people of this district. That's it. So that'd be one of the first things I do, because it takes a village. It takes a village. I need to be able to support state. I need to support our state senator. I got to support them. What you need? You know what I'm saying? I got to be able to support, you know, the school board. I got to be able to those members. I got to be able to do what we need to do for this district. You know, and it comes first. You know, I get elected and tell all the other members support everybody. No, I'm this right here. That's what I'm on. We have been this franchise. So many years. You know, I'm on. You know, yeah, I know the district has, you know, 20% Hispanic, 20% white, 15% Hispanic, but my priority is, you know, yes, they have their issues, they have their concerns, and I will definitely work with whatever the concerns is, but we first, you know, because we've been I'm on. Yes, question. Yes, sir.
Yeah. When you was younger, what did you
That's a good question. I just fell off into this because I was trying to help a group of guys. I wanted to be a promoter. You know, I wanted to be a DJ. So I interned at 99 Jam with Jimmy G and Peter on Stereo and James T and all of them. I remember, yeah, I used to do the CKO and intern over there with those guys. So I always wanted to be a DJ. And then I said, okay, that's why I love talking to young people because you never know where you're gonna end up at. You want to be someone that you before you go you end up. And then I want to be like Al Heyman, biggest promoter in the business. I want to be Bud Boss, that's all that. You know, and I would bring those artists down. They would tell me horror stories about not making no money. You know, so I brought 2 out for them. They were group that was not making no money, and they would take me hard to yeah, you were working as kids. You know, and at my parties. So I ended up putting the record out. And I trucked my car because nobody else wanted to take it. There was no such thing as a different artist from Florida. Next thing you know, guys were telling me, hey, look, in order for us to pay you for that record, you need to give us another record. I'm like, oh, I didn't think I was going to do that. And then before you know, I was going to do another record. You know, my cousin, I run the studio. That's how I ended up in the music business. I started like, oh, this is better than anything else.
So I know that you're known nationally and internationally in Miami, right? But how do you, like, if you were to get in, how do you break that wall down and represent Broward, like, vocally, though? Because a lot of people come here, podcasts, movies, all of that. You be right there in this building, but you say, yeah, live Miami. No, you're not. You know, since you're in Broward, you're in Fort Lauderdale. So how are you going to, really tie the two? But
Right. That's a good question. I did 4 CNN interviews on Fox, on NBC, nationwide. That's why I say the world is watching it.
Yeah.
Because, and they don't mention me from mine. They mention me from Broward. I am proud represent of broadcast for the last 15 years. Yes. Everybody around the world, they always associate everything in Florida. You know what I'm saying? You go there.
that's on you. That's not personal for you, but I'm just asking.
Yeah,
the spotlight is on you.
exactly. My job is to tell people where I am at, what I am representing. I represent Broward County, representation. The people tell that. And I represent this fitness. So that it is a good thing. It's a great thing because I get to go around the world. I get to go on CNN and talk to the world. Obviously, we know it's all over the world, and I get to talk about it. Kind of place I live in. You know what I'm saying? And I get to talk about the issues that affect us. My focus is the same thing I did everywhere. When I was building parks, when I was, building youth programs, finding money, cutting deals with major brands and all those things. I'm doing that here. I really truly feel like I never did enough and be paid something it did for me. Those people in those juries could have came back and said, yeah, the records, and I would have been able to go to the Supreme Court. So my job is to speak of people in this district. And we're going to do some great things. I look at it, before we had Black Wall Street, it was torn down. I look at creating Black Wall Street right here in Congressional District 2. I look at this It's no other, just like any other program or any other thing that I've been a part of. Whether it was starting a record company and everybody else going to start a record company. Whether it's starting my youth program. And everything I do is top of the line. If I start, everybody want to be like, you know, and so when I look at this picture right here, my goal is to have every other congressional member in the United States Congress to look at this district and every other person to say, if they can do this here with him, if they can do this here, you need to be doing the same thing. In my neighborhood, my black neighborhood in California, in my black neighborhood in Jersey, and places like that. So, you know, that's what it is. I was doing a commercial, and it was like I had one part in there. One part of the commercial was like, okay, Miami Heat went and got Shaq, and they went and got LeBron James and the championship. And so y'all stole me from Miami, and we go bring back Wall Street back here. But it's you know, it's crazy because again, and when you live here 15 years, you only live in one area. You know, like people in Pompano, like we have them kids here that work here with us. So, okay, but we're gonna go to Pompano and knock on some doors. You know, do Pompano. You know, so it's you know, you can live in a county and never experience another part of the city. You know, so I live in Broward County, but this race allowed me to, man, oh my God. Oh, this is beautiful.
But I just want to say, I think that's very important that when you are in the spotlight, we know that you're from Broward
Oh,
County,
yeah.
representing Broward County.
Oh, no, I represent Broward County.
Yeah, absolutely.
No doubt.
That's really important. I know for me and my generation, to understand where we were, but where we're going. For
Yeah.
Broward County, we're here. If we need whoever is going to be in whatever spotlight to make sure people understand the difference.
That's right. That's right. I that man J. Cole concert is coming out, do a song. Yeah, I'm from Miami. No, right? You know what I'm saying? Things like that. No, that is very, very important. You know, they know that. You know, it's where I'm from is one thing, but where I'm at, another. I'm here. Rest assured, because that's what it's all about.
Sir, VP of the Instructors Building, Bureau Nesbitt, and the question is, if elected, its whole purpose will be to bring the funds back to the district.
Yes, sir.
So once you bring those funds back to the district, what is your plan for gun violence, weapon crime, as well as plan for the kids who graduated, not going to college, not going to the army, some kind of job training for them, anything like that? What is your plan for gun violence and those kids coming out of high school?
That's a good question. Right? I was coaching at Miami. We had fighters in Miami. And I came up with this idea of like, okay, we gotta eliminate this. Now, I created, I brought back not after, a job. And so I went to the commissioner, went to school board, went to everybody saying, okay, yeah. In the summer is where a lot of the crime happens because mom and dad is at work. You know, kids be murdered in the house, they're playing the games, somebody got hold of the guns, somebody jumped in the pool. We got to get these kids active. So we create some job. But then I said, why don't we just do some job? Why don't we just create jobs year round? So I went and talked with some of my good friends and brought in some partners. And we brought in, we were able to have jobs year round. But I always, we just not giving them money. So how do I teach these kids to now learn to be responsible through these jobs? One, your parents got to come and fill out the application with the kid. Two, you got to have a bank account to get your money. And now mom could track the money, so you ain't getting no check, and then go and buy something that you shouldn't be buying. 3, you got to be part of a club in the school. The Glee Club, the speech club, girls track, whatever it may be. That qualifies you to get a job. Sometimes you're staying in school, versus going home playing the video games, getting in trouble, or being recruited by the bank. You know what I'm saying? So you're able to eliminate crime, but in that same time, that's why I say in my plan, it calls for $150 million. And it's in the budget. It's just these people don't have creativity. They just think about, I'm gonna go to Washington, I can run around and go to church, they don't find it, whatever. I'm gonna try to plan out, go do some insider trading. They don't think for the people. And so when I look at these kids, when you coach high school football for over 20 years and look at this program for over 40 years, you know, we're really trying to develop these kids and move them to the next level. And so I look at it from the standpoint, everybody's not a football player. Everybody going to go to college, like you said. Put in the plan, $150 million for curriculum programs, trade schools, have those opportunities with a good paying job. Because a lot of our kids, when I was a kid, I had to get on the truck and learn how to be a painter in the truck. These kids ain't doing that. And so when you look at people building these buildings, don't look like our kids, don't look like us. But we got away from those things that we know in the past to our kids. So my plan calls for my money being brought back to the district to teach these kids, you know, hey, need somebody to fix the electric car. We need somebody plumbing. We need somebody we need somebody a good high-paying job. You know, the $15 an hour, that's fine. While you're in high school, that's good. But then when you leave high school, I don't expect my kids to make $15. They need to have real good high-paying jobs so they can be able to provide and support themselves. But you got to teach them that early. And so that's what my plan calls when it comes to teaching. And that eliminates the crime because I don't know no killer wants to be a killer and he has a good job. You know, I'm in a business where we have these hip hop artists they went from the streets and now they're making millions of dollars. That changed the whole mind. They okay, hold on, I gotta feed mom, I got a lot of people dependent on me. And so I eliminate the issue of crime by creating better opportunity. Because if you're a kid right now, you're sitting at home, you're looking on TikTok, you see Cardi B with all her beautiful stuff, and you see this other person with all their beautiful stuff, you're going into a state of depression. Because the only thing you got to look for, you're not a football player, you're not a basketball player. You're looking at this social media saying, I want to do something with my life, and then falling into a state of depression. We don't realize. You know, those kids are really, really hurt. And when you've been in the school system as long as I have, I've seen your fights and why teams are fighting. So you got to create opportunity, and so that's why my plan calls for creating those opportunities for the young people to be able to get out of this situation. I've always, I got no problem going down there and probably look at these stuff and say, hey, look, man, these kids need to put a suit on and you should be over here to understand what you got. So we do things like that. Yes, sir.
I like your I've known you, I've followed you, been where you are many times. We're the same age. I like your path to where you are. It's not a traditional path.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to hear your perspective. You say you coach football and you, but your son is baseball. On baseball coach.
Okay.
Okay. And I want you to kind of share that perspective because that's a real way of seeing how we need to change our mindset in business, because you didn't go the traditional way of learning business. You learned it firsthand and having mentors. Okay, so just share some of the ways we can get parents to change their mindset, because you see on social media, on football players, all the things that they do with basketball players, you don't see why it's baseball players. So, and the game teaches a whole set of different mindsets. So if you could just share how you've seen your involvement with football firsthand, and watching your son deal with baseball and become the baseball player that he is.
Right. Yeah. That's a good question. I mean, I look at why I would say when my career died down and go back to my youth coach, I can get by. This and that, and boxing t-shirt, boxing uniform, things like that. But if you put in sweat equity, I believe sweat equity goes a long way. And if I go out there every day and coach these young people, I'll learn them, and everything else. And I'll be able to help them and mentor them to do some great things. I mean, I picked up Amari Cooper every day. He's just on the curve in the corner, do the next with his mom and his brother. And the mom wanted to please bring my baby home. I picked up one day free, and had to some night had to let the state leave because they had shot up the whole project. You know what I'm saying? And so he was very successful. And like I said, short into my youth program, it was too big to help. So we had Chad, Duke Johnson, Devontae Davis, all these kids that came through our program. So we understood that we are the same thing. I'm starting this program over 35 years. That's when big games were really going on. Cocaine powder, shooting up everything we created a safe haven where that did not happen in the park. You know what I'm saying? You left all the issues. And so when you go into actually start coaching, you learn about these kids, you learn about mom always say the food don't fall too far from the tree. And so with these parents and these mothers giving their kids the good us, we were able to do some great things. I mean, so a lot of these kids, Pop today just played the Super Bowl. One of my kids. I mean, mom was nurse and brother and all these different things, seeing parents situations. So through that, you're able to pour into these young people, but they believe in you. They believe that you love them and you care about them. The thing about get to the NFL, I didn't never know none of was going to end up, but at the same time, it's like, I got to get you from here to here. I got to get you out of the situation. And so now you were talking about some that we dropped off to a house, but then there were others that the homeless shelter, which was really hard for. And that's why when we look at Teddy Bridgewater, I'm going to call Chevron and say, Chevron, we're going to take this situation, Teddy, and we have to create a bill because I haven't taken kids home, and I know every other coach is taking kids home homeless, and the meals have been served. And so we have to be able to feed them because they need a practice 7 o'clock to get to the house at 8 o'clock. And the state want to say this, very dangerous. And although we thought that we got that to be transition from baseball, and why we're not, sports it builds character, and I love it. And so, I got a part last night. It's fun, but Devin has to bring his team down and play against a team. Here we go. They're playing against the number 1 team in the nation. You had the number 2 team in the nation. Both of them played to be number 1. But the unique part about that was that Miami Gardens team comprised of kids from Brown and Dade, which is what Chaparral is, which is what all these schools, so they don't see it. These young people right now see just what we're doing right now. And so the thing is, I look at sports, like I said, baseball, they pushed us out of baseball. You know what I'm saying? You probably know the story better than me. I mean, all my Eric Davis, my friend, Lenny Harris is my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Right now today, I probably right on Jupiter. It needs to be right now. So, you know, I play baseball. I play baseball from Skip Bergman on Miami Beach. I can get busted over there. Play baseball and football. So I see what they did to African Americans. And when all they did was just say they didn't want to pay us a bunch of money, so they went and got the guy from which they're great players, but they replaced us, and it created the cost became too high. You know, that's a large part. If we don't watch out, soccer will be on our football field. The kids that probably getting on the football field. You know what I'm saying? So everything about what, you know, they're trying to take and wash everything we do now. So our biggest issue is right now, the biggest issue, one of the biggest issues when it concerns sports, Nick Saban and all of the conference presidents, they're trying to create an NIL. They need a law. They need Congress to create a law in the next session. So they want to pay kids $50,000 for these kids now making millions. And so that's why I go to Congress, you can rest assured, you're not going to do it. No, I'll be representing these kids. You know, because protocol comes in. No, you're not. They're going to be paid for the main things. You know, I have. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I just have a comment. You're running this race. How are you reaching individuals from 18 to 35, seasoned seniors that know the campus? All the other names are familiar names that we know.
Right.
So how are you reaching out to these individuals? I mean, I know I'm not a social media person.
What's the season?
You know, so how are you reaching that age from 18 to 35 that just say my vote won't count? They don't know Luke Campbell. You know, our kids don't know. Right now, I probably ask my 25-year-old who is Luke Campbell.
Yeah, you gotta say Uncle Luke.
I got to say Uncle Luke, right? You got to say Uncle Luke. So how are you reaching these voters? Because the other names are very familiar names, and they are just voting because I know this name, I know her, I know him.
Right.
So Uncle Luke is getting out there.
That's a great question. I mean, we do it the old school way. Normally, in this room we feel similar to this right here, with seniors and young people make a phone call. So we don't let the AI call up somebody and explain who I am as a person. So we do anywhere 2,000 to 3,000 calls. It's directed to individuals who are super voters and seniors. So on our app and on our documentation, it says, oh, Ms. Gladys is 80 years old. You know, and these are like, this is the 35-year-old and your wife is 35 in this household. And so we have people who talk to those specific individuals. I mean, a lot of times, older people we found, they love talking to young people to understand, to know that they're part of the political process. That's one part of it. We don't use this AI technology. We talk to people. So I'll sit in all the folks, right? I go out into the community. We go doing you know, we did a senior home. You know, it was amazing senior home. We had seniors there, and I'm always on the back line of the mission, just like you. who I know, who I need to talk to. What generation don't know that? Everybody don't know, from the senior standpoint of being there or something. You have to, it is, you have some, in this district, you have some old school Jamaicans that don't know nobody but Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to explain to them who you are. You know what I'm saying? And versus a senior, like how we went and we went to my social media page, you'll see a lot of people. I went to George, my good friend George Campbell, mother-in-law, party. We would have a party. Relative, I went there. Oh, Lou, you know, senior, you know. So there's a large part, there's a large amount who grew up with me. They grew up with me, you know, here. You know, I'm no stranger to here. I mean, all my friends, we ran the streets. Fat Man, and we name it, George Campbell, we ran the streets right here. So, and they knew, I think, through my fighting with Nick Navarro and all my court cases here, and me representing all of South Florida, you know, around the world, you know, it became, all right, they grew up with, but then yes, there are super seniors, older Haitian people, older Jamaican people. I got to talk to another young him in the fight, you know. And when I say Luther, then yeah, then it said Uncle Luke. Oh, Uncle Luke, and then it's you got it. You know, and then you know, so I get to have some conversations, but to reach them, I got to reach them. I go to the parks. I go to other people. I put my mindset like nobody knows. That's my mindset. Nobody knows who I am. I have to be able to go and touch, talk to each person, talk about the plan, talk about the things that we do. Do I have name recognition? Yes. Do I have over 1 million followers? Yes. You know, can I trigger, you know, you know, that's why when you look at it on the ballot, it says Luther, Uncle Luke Campbell. Yeah. So, if you think it's the Campbell, no, because you know, I'm in his song. So the focus is, I focus right now. Yeah, you have mail-in ballots right now. So we're heavy on mail-in ballots. We'll transition. We'll transition later part of this week into early voting, paying for early voting, and then voting. You know, this district is the second highest early voting district in the state. That's kind of the first, right? But we're going to change that. You know, our thing is get these young people involved, get these young people out to vote. You know, that age group, and I'm talking about from 35 on down, you know, 55, and those upset people just sick and tired of being sick. You know, so my job is going to say, no, that's why I'm coming on the bench, put me in the game. You know, so we reach them where they're at. I mean, we have strategic marketing nowadays. It's so different when it comes to marketing. I can send an email directly to your Facebook and directly to your YouTube, where you can only see it. So I have a whole list that, okay, all right, you know, she only voted in the presidential election. We need to get that person right there. And you said you strategically market to directly to individuals. Yeah, we're doing it in a very high-tech way. You know, software allows us to do it before you get behind commercials and swear that you reaching everybody and you don't reach nobody. Each individual in this room, I can direct market to you one-on-one.
I want people to see your sign, they want to see your yard sign.
Right.
I mean, you got that something.
Yeah, we got it.
I'm sitting here now, like Mr. Walker said, I'm liking what you're saying. I want change. I want something different, something
Right.
fresh.
put it out there. I need
Yes.
some signs for the yard, I need some signs.
Yes.
I don't know if you've been in the Deerfield area, but,
Deerfield, because they brought Deerfield in late,
yes,
you know, so you're doing your work, you're doing it. Okay, y'all, so you got all this, so you're working, and then now, you know, you get, oh, shoot, we got Deerfield, we got to go to the creek, you got a little bit of Purple Street, so I have to, you know, we have to get them a lot more. Like I talked to, you know, again, we reached out because we had the coaching community inside it. You know, I talked to Coach Glenn over there. We had Coach Glenn, like, you got to walk me through this field. You know what I'm saying? I got to get in, you know, and yeah.
I delivered and I got the seat. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm coming to find you. Oh, Popeyes, okay. That's what we're going in. We're gonna post them on Popeyes. Just that.
Yeah.
Oh, look right
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm great.
I've been back in Fort Lauderdale for a while. Grew up here. But I heard the plan is for the Sistrum Corridor, 6th Street, to become an extension of Las Olas. But now, since then, all I've seen is condominium type stuff that are going up for residents. But I haven't seen anything that would connect opportunities. Whereas in the construction field, for example, I remember back in the day when it was us doing the construction.
Yes, sir.
But what I see now is people from other places doing the construction. And the people from other places that own the structures that being constructed. Okay? Specifically in this community, those opportunities have to be learned. And they're not being taught in school anymore.
Right.
But the vocational programs are gone. Just like the recreational programs on the parks are gone. So I'm thinking vocational center, civic center, something of that nature along the way here, that people have access to those opportunities and to learn those skills. But then it's a mindset too, because the sports world has poisoned the minds of black kids, and it's like that's the only avenue out. I got out in the sports world, but I never really disconnected from this, right? So the opportunity, and I mean, and I say that because I took grass, right? I have a master's. People, they don't want to get out there in the sun. The kids nowadays. When I was a kid, I come home with concrete all over me. You know, either it was around a pool, on Chattahoochee, or on a roof laying top. You know, but they even cutting grass. I got nosebleed out there. But there has to be, I think, a nucleus where the younger generation coming behind us can go to learn the skills, get education on the business aspect of it, maybe see a bigger picture of it to boost this thing.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I like that dream talk. No, that's a great question. So when you coach football like me, and you have this program for over 30 years, but I feel the afterwards program, I use the sports. I use the sports part. You want to be a part of it. But it's really all about education. I have a lady there named Coach Lamb. She's been there day one. You know, she's right for top of the school system. You had to go to Coach Lamb program and come in with you had to have you had to come with your report card. We need to see exactly what you're doing. I think we need to have a building. Now we fast forward, I get a building built, structure, I got a classroom, now I go hire the best teachers in the entire district, teachers coming from everywhere, you know, to work at a program. So it's all about education. So now these top of the line athletes, these are Bronte Davis, Johnson, and all these are high academic students. So we take the sports, the sports part of it. You want to get part of this, you gotta go through the aftercare program in these classrooms. Like that's one, yeah. So now our kids can, yeah, we're gonna go, and if we don't make it, then we don't. Keon Hartman, he brought her commission. Came through my program. He's a shorter guy. He baseball, really good baseball player. He's commission. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we have young ladies that are doctors, lawyers. Our kids leave the program, and you do that. They leave the program. Academic students, and don't worry about where you live at. It ain't about where you live at. I'm living in a black neighborhood. It's about where we gotta take you at. And so it starts through education, through sports, through education. And so we were able to have the best and the brightest. Now it's time for them to graduate. 4.0 GPA. They're going to big time schools because we educated them and we poured into them by using sports. So then now we at the high school, I'm a high school coach. What do I do at the high school? We're facing that same issue. The jobs that I talked about before, when I say we're going to do jobs year round, you had to work a job. Every one of them wanted a job. Coach, how can I make some extra money? Because I always told them, don't be that guy who always talking about coach, let me hold some. You got to hold some dudes. And I always told them, the let me hold some dude is the guy, the older guy like myself, who I came up with at the box. That's a mindset. You know, so I would look at, so my kids will never have this situation. You know, I look at the park, Mill Pond, and talk to the young lady who runs the program over there. You know, yeah, pay for the park. Well, you got all these kids out there, and you got to pay for the park. You're not getting any funding from what is it, CDC? It's similar to Children's Trust. And she tells me no. Now, mind you, I'm the gangster when it comes to grants. Oh no, you don't even grant. That is how I'm able to bridge the gap of using sports to create better opportunities through education. So you have a whole part of the most prestigious part. This part for those kids out there, top line kids all over the world. I mean, the best athletes. You don't have an applicant program. That's insane to me. You know what I'm saying? So, again, like you said, my school, part, that part. God knows with y'all help, we're going to win this thing. But if God knows what you're going to do, take your time. I will be right over there the next day. Make sure that they receive the funds that they need to receive from the kids, for those kids, so that, because they've been taught to be given a disservice. That's why you pay 1 cent penny tax toward that fund to be able to fund programs like that. Them people doing a hell of a job over there. Instead of them to be paying, no, no way in the world, because I know how that works. I know how that works. You take those funding from the county, then you got CDBG funds for every kid that comes out there. You give those funds. Now, you're going to come tell me the federal, that might not be my jurisdiction, but I can tell you the rest assured, okay, y'all want to come get some federal funds? Well, what about the talk? But be able to still explain to them. But going back there, like I said, my plan calls for, and I truly understand, you have to have opportunities for these young people. They have to be able to get an apprentice or trade tech. And that's why my plan calls for $150 million directed to them. I think that's a great deal of money. But then, what you're saying, how do I get them over here? Through the plan you created, it's a internship, but it's a paid internship. Because they want to work. Trust me, I just got 7 years being a head coach of my own team, and they be running coach. Sign me up, and then the mama get involved, because that's my way to get the mamas involved. Mom, hey mom, apparently, we got jobs. Oh, really? We got jobs. So we need to make sure you can buy his own Jordan, he buy his own school clothes, and boy, the mom be beating their brains up trying to get them down there, get that job. So that's how you take the athlete and introduce him to a job, and then at the end of the day, you don't even realize we train them for the rest of the world.
Right. But now the resources into the community, not only programs, but the facilities, housing programs.
Yeah, but
like I said, I'm here. Well, this is supposed to be extension of my source.
Yeah.
So my question is that a plan that's in stone?
Yes.
And it being in stone, can other things be etched in that stone?
So that's a large part of what this race is.
I know.
A large part of what this race is, and every other, you have 2 black seeds. And this said for. That's when the one. That is what it is. It's all about gentrification.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm not anti-gentrification. Yes, they've already allocated funds, they've already given certain properties out. Yeah, they may have a plan to extend. Yes. Okay, when a new sheriff in town, then it becomes police. You know what I'm saying? Those funds that you need to move forward. Say you want to come in and say, oh, we want to right? They'll normally say, hey, we're gonna move to 5 things, we're gonna do it. That's why my plan says build 5 up to 4 things. Everything that they're doing, I can stop. Now I can't stop what has already been put in place, that it's already been contracted. But then the bad guy comes in, and I'm not playing you. Trust me, because again, I know how to find money. I will find to build 2 parks, almost $40 million in a black neighborhood, and people really in parks. It's supposed to be the white neighborhood. No. That's what I do. So when I create my plan, I look at what is allocated for the Corrections District 40. Right. And I have $6.7 billion for this district. They want that money. They're coming for that money. Schultz is coming for that money. She don't know they here for money. And again, it's a plan that they're trying to implement. Yeah, you got to praise and all this sort of folks, you know. But then you're trying to hijack every note, and that's why I say it's you say my plan for built by us. You know, and I'm really on that. If a developer is not here and he moved and he left and he's from Brown County, come on, fine. It'd be almost like come back to Jamaica or the Bahamas or whatever the sort is. Hey man, I'm going my office room. I would have one person in there looking for those contractors within this district. If they ain't here, then I'm gonna go where. If you were born and raised in this district right here, I'm gonna look for you. If you're doing this type of work, I need you to come back home and build, and I need you to employ the good folks of this district. And these young people need to learn these trades. So it's a process, but you can make it happen right now. So, anybody else?
Some questions. How was it growing up in Miami, and how did you make it from Miami?
Growing up, it was tough. Talk about 60s, early 70s. It was tough, but you know, again, you're the baby of 4 other brothers. You know, you're able to, and you know, you got mom and dad in the household. You know, 2 people who went over. You know, 2 people who went into the neighborhood, and we actually integrated the neighborhood into a situation where, you know, the white guy who owned the house was like, oh no, y'all don't supposed to be moving here, y'all supposed to move over there with people in the pork and beans. And me and my dad was like, okay, well, what is pork and beans? Like over there, they go in the house, pork and beans. And so people didn't know that's where the name came from. So growing up, I learned. Again, that's more history, you know. And, I learned how to work hard. And think, you know, be a visionary. If I said I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. You know, I said I'm gonna start a record company. I started a record company. I said I wanted to, you know, start a youth program because I was a kid in Boston on the beach every morning to play baseball and football. And I said, if I don't do something in my life, I'm gonna start my own program here in my own neighborhood. You know, and for kids, my neighbors, so they want to be subjected to that. So same thing like this run. It's hey, look, people, you know, all my colleagues in the business, they may be up here. This is what I'm supposed to be at right here. You know, going to work for the good people. And even when that seat opened up, in 24, they all called me, people called me, like, well, your mom from Overtown district. You're from Liberty City district. You're from Miami part of the district over there. The 2 guys, the 2 Haitian guys, 50 vote, and also in North Miami Beach. Chevron and Oliver from split the vote in Miami. People love you and all these other areas right here because you did so much work. I told you to go. I mean, you know, I live in Broward County. Yes, sir.
Are you from the same neighborhood?
No. Trina, yeah, I read it. Yeah, Trina. Yeah, Trick that is from down. Yeah. Anything else? Y'all took all the food?
I make them.
You know what that means.
I really appreciate y'all coming. I mean, it's very important. If y'all can go out and tell people to go, tell them what you learned tonight, and I'm available anytime, all the time. Just contact me. Yes, sir.
I get the final question for tonight.
What would you?
I just want to get a snapshot so we can
Yeah, go ahead. Question. It's so much better some of the things you want the other side to go to, like consider or the shop. That's a good question. I want. Yeah, I want understand. Yeah, you got it. My mom will know. No, I want undecided voters to know one thing about me that I'm gonna fight. I've been fighting all my life. Right now, you're gonna fight. I mean, no disrespect to nobody else in the race. I'm in a race going up against a cocky woman who has resigned. I'm going up against another young man who I think has a great future. He's 27 years old. He's a substitute teacher. He has a great future. I'm going up against Wasserman, who has no business running and trying to take a and I look at all these, and I'm going up against Dale, who had this time. And when I look at all of the projects that you speak about, that was on your watch. That was on your watch. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of other things you brought up, that was on your watch. So when I look at everybody in this race, I tell the undecided to look at my track, look at the things I built, look at the things that I've created, look at my plan. I have a real plan. They don't have a plan. You know what I'm saying? I can go and fight with, I can go have a conversation with Trump. I can go have a conversation with Marco Rubio. There's never been when I took kids on the bus every year for 18 years to college camps, there's never been a time Marco Rubio didn't co-sponsor like you. See what you're doing. Here's the $10,000 check. You know what I'm saying? As a Republican, we have our differences, but I know I can have a conversation with him. Anybody else can have a conversation. I can't have a conversation with Trump. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this district, and that's my number one priority. So making sure the people in this district get the resources that they get. There's nobody else in this race that's capable of doing it. No disrespect to nobody else. But I know that for the undecided, yes, you may, okay, look, I want to go and do that. That's, I say, God bless you, if we go that direction, and you one guy when you continue to gentrify, three people in the race is going to finish the gentrification off. Young guy, I don't know, the young guy actually, it's going to still be tough for him. That young guy, I like him. I like young people who aspire to be great and do some things. 27 years old, I would actually take that young guy with me. And I told him, I said, we win this thing, and man, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. I believe you're the future. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take you with me because I ain't planning on being there. I believe in term limits. I put term limits on myself. I'm not gonna die. I got still vacation to go to. I'm gonna go in and do my work for 46 years, turn that thing over to the young guy or whoever else in the community that the community say this is who we want. I'm the cleanup. I'm coming in and clean it up and make sure that I bring that money back here. That's what I'm all about. No. I mean, that's good for a reason. Yes, sir.
I've been coming. Not use at Mount Herman. Right? I'm a member of Mount Herman.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
That's board number 1.
Oh, okay.
It's right in the street. Now, do you know R.C. Hastings was a member of our church?
Yes, sir.
That term that you use, right, between the district needs.
Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you my little short story. I saw Congressman Hastings. I went up. It was a delegation of us. Nara said us from the Grammys to go and lobby for instruments for kids, because if you know anything about schools, they don't pay for instruments for kids. You know, unless you have a prestigious band and they get it. So I went there and had a conversation with him for him to help pass a bill to get instruments for kids. And let me tell you, the man told me, we have a bond because they were trying, when he was a judge, they were trying to get him to go against me. He always supported free speech. And so we always had that little bond. And then it was real interesting, right? He said, hey, sit in that seat. In his office, I said, no. He said, no, sit in that seat. And I was like, no, that's your seat. He said, no, that's people's seat. And he told me that, and he insisted I sit in that seat. I'm looking for a picture right there because I'm like, one thing I don't do, I do stand here at a pulpit, and I don't, that. He said, no, that's the people's seat. You sit right there and you take a picture. And I'm still looking for that picture. I can't find it. It was sick about showing that picture. Yeah.
The AME endorsed, South. See, the AME endorsed, we had endorsement on the other. We got a tip with member of Congress.
Who?
Tampa. Orlando.
Orlando. No. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. We've been talking to most of the church.
Some AME too.
Yeah.
This is church.
Yeah, I gotta come by your church next week. Yeah, this. All right. Thank you.
Also, please, open polls.
Sure. Yo, what's up? Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. If y'all have any questions, please put it in the comments. We'll make sure they get addressed.
Line it up. Some people behind it.
Oh, shoot, I see you. He is something, man. I tell you, he is yeah.
Ooh, y'all some beautiful black folks.
You need to come in, I'll take you for you.
All right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, wow. He can.
So we good? You need to check for anything else? Okay, just want to make sure. Come on, man. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know that's the long time. Yeah.
This is my number.
You ain't wrong. I'm waiting for that. You're lying. You ain't know what to try.
Can you hear me?
This one. Hold on. Okay. Oh, you want some more? You want some more? Oh, you good?
Let me tell you what I did.
How y'all doing? Did y'all enjoy yourself? Did you enjoy yourself? Where y'all in the chat? Tell me what you learned here today. Tell me in the chat. Oh, awesome. They say awesome. Uncle Luke. Hey, they say, Uncle Luke, I'm a senior. I really need to speak to you. Yeah, I'm right here on Central. Come up here and talk to me. See, she had me late, people. So we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And so the people, this was the host, people. She was the host of the event. So they looked at the whole thing. Yeah, I had them looking at the whole thing. Best stream. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Did y'all enjoy the event?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Glow, you say good live? All right, Glow. What else is it? Let me see. Hold on. What they were saying. Let me see what they were asking. Best of luck. Oh, you get to talk to me right now. So now, did y'all enjoy it? Let us stand right there, Crystal. Did y'all enjoy it? That's enough. Yeah, stay right there. Y'all got any questions for the host right here who put this beautiful event on? Yeah, see, they can go over there. Great TikTok. They tell you great TikTok interview. Thank you. Y'all saw us on TikTok, right? Hey, man, appreciate it. Any questions y'all got for the host? Enough is enough right here. That I call her that. What's our address? What the address is here?
900 Northwest 6th Street.
900 Northwest 6th Street. Yeah. All right. So long as y'all enjoyed it, we're going to wrap it up and we eat this chicken. Where they can follow you?
Bad Girl Promotions and Bad Girl Kimmy on all social media platforms. It's BADGIRLKYMMY.
Y'all got that? Follow her. I follow her. Well, she put it in my phone and she goes around Broward. Where's the scooters at? I need to rent one of them the things with the guy. Yeah, I learned a lot from her. I'm telling you, this is Miss Broward information. This is the minister of information right here. All right. We're gonna wrap this up. Thank you all. Y'all have a good day. Hey, Look at that
Listen,
shirt.
we can't control the color of our skin, but we can control the positions that these people are in. What you say, Campbell? Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Let's go. Uncle Luke Luther Campbell for Congress, District 20.
I like your shirt, Crystal.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Yeah, we
it.
gotta give Miss Kimmy a shirt.
Yeah, I'll give a shirt.
How Miss Kimmy do an interview? And Miss Karen? Yeah, tell me, get that lady's shirt. Yeah, she got raid the truck. I got plenty of. No, he's bringing them. Thank you all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm gonna end it right now. Hey, look, make sure y'all check out the Luke Show. We'll be live again tomorrow, 5 p.m. At my regular schedule time. Look, we transparent around here. What's up, man? That's that guy right there do tattoos right there. I'll let the people.
The Ink Dog Classic Tattoos, man. Y'all pull up. We're right here at Property Market. That tattoo shop in Broward County.
There it is.
Louis in the building too. Ink God Louis. You know we got Ink God Classic in the building. Y'all pull up. That's tattoo shop in Broward. Y'all know where we at. Ink God.
There you go. Hey, we showing love to everybody. We're at the spot. This is our office right here. Hey, I love y'all. Make sure y'all check it out. Thank you for joining us. Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, X. Peace.
The next great congressman from the state of Florida, and his name will be Luther Campbell.
I'm civil rights attorney Ben Crump, often referred to as Black America's Attorney General. I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, went to high school at South Plantation High School. My dad still lives in Parkway. We want to make sure we have a strong advocate from our community who understands our culture to go fight for us in the United States Congress. So make sure you go vote for Uncle Luke Campbell for Congress on August 18th.